Small business owners are feeling the pressure right now. The U.S. Chamber of Commerce says almost 1 in 4 small businesses are just 2 months or less away from closing. Whether you're a one-person show or a company with 500 employees, arguably the biggest issue right now is payroll. And the ripple effect is impacting millions of Americans who work for small businesses and wonder where their next paycheck's coming from.
I have over $30,000 a month in payroll. And my biggest fear is that I would have to lay someone off. I mean, I would be devastated. I will not pay my bills. I'm not taking a paycheck right now.
But what if you've already done that, or even cut workers or laid people off? What is left? Well, as part of the government stimulus plan approved at the end of March, 2 programs, the Economic Injury Disaster Loan and the Paycheck Protection Program, are designed to help businesses and independent contractors. The big question now, who qualifies for what and how much will you get?
I'm just hoping to get enough money to be able to hold us by. I don't want anything extra. I just want bare minimum. At the end of the day, I just really want to make sure my employees are taken care of. And that way, when this is all over with, we're all whole. We can all continue to grow.
To qualify for the EIDL loan, you have to have been in business before January 31st of 2020 with 500 employees or less, or be an independent contractor or sole proprietor. You can get up to $2 million, $10,000 of which does not need to be repaid. The remaining funds are repaid at a 3.75 interest rate and can be deferred for up to a year. To qualify for the PPP, you have to have been in business before February 15th of 2020 with 500 employees or less, or be an independent contractor or sole proprietor. In this program, you can get up to $10 million. And if you use the loaned money for eligible expenses like payroll, 8 weeks of those expenses will be completely forgiven. The remaining funds are repaid at a 1% interest rate and can be deferred for 6 months. The amount you qualify for is based on 2.5 times your average monthly payroll cost, based on the last 12 months of payroll. These stimulus programs also apply to certain nonprofit, tribal, and veteran groups. And while the programs seem to answer small businesses' biggest worry, there's still some controversy surrounding them.
I thought you were going to be able to put your application in today. It would be reviewed in a few days, and hopefully you would get a notice saying that within 30 days, don't worry, we'll have you covered. We're going to get you some money. But apparently that's not how it works.
Banks are worried the number of business owners applying for the loans will overwhelm the system. So while the money is coming from the federal government, bank employees still have to vet, approve, and process each individual application. And every small business might not get the help it needs.
If a bank already offers small business loans, they should be offering this one as well. But, the situation is changing on a daily basis.
There are more than 30 million small businesses in the U.S. and hundreds of billions dedicated to these programs. And while it might sound like a lot of money, it will eventually run out.
Apply for this as soon as possible. The funding is allocated on a first come, first served basis, so the sooner the better.
With that in mind, could you apply for both? The answer is yes, but the catch is you can't use the loans to cover the exact same expenses. Qualifying expenses are things like payroll costs and rent. In theory, money from one loan could cover expenses for 1 month, and money from a second loan could cover expenses for a second month. Like many big programs, the rollout of all this hasn't been as smooth as many hoped it would be. As people and companies try to navigate everything, see what you're qualified for. If you have any questions or you'd just like some help, leave us a comment below.